What's going on, everyone? This is Eric Huts for the win, and I'm going to teach you how to beat the Jailer. This is the first tutorial boss of Furi, and for the first two phases, it is going to give you a tutorial. So I'm not going to go too in depth at this part because it's on the screen. It's all about trial and error, learning the moves, and it's not going to pull any tricks on you. It's not going to do something different where that move doesn't work. It's showing you what to do, and if you master these moves, that is a huge advantage in this fight, because parrying and slashing, of course, is very, very important, and it's what you need to do to beat this guy. And I want to quickly mention, for the parrying, there's an audio cue and as well as a visual cue when you need to do it. And I'll go ahead and show an example of that right now. Listen and watch what happens. So as you can see, there was an audio cue as well as a visual cue. When he pulled back his weapon and it glowed, that's when you know to parry. It also makes a noise when he does that, kind of like a chime kind of sound. So once that happens, that's when you're going to parry. That is something I didn't really grasp at the beginning. I had the volume of my TV kind of low because I wanted to record my commentary, right? So I couldn't hear those audio cues, and that was throwing me off. Once I turned the volume up, easy. It's really easy to hear it and know when you need to parry. So I just wanted to go a little in depth about that first and foremost before I actually get into this fight here, because that is very, very important, and it's just something that everybody should know. And as you can see, we're done with the tutorial. Actually, it's 3 phases. I think I said 2, but it's technically 3. So here we go. This is where it actually starts to get real. This is the real boss fight right here. And he does this little animation thing right here, which really doesn't do much to the fight. You don't have to worry about this. You can't hit him. He can't hit you. I think it's just him showing off. He's trying to show he's powerful. Whatever he's doing, you got to wait for it. And here we go. So what I did here was I would shoot, get some damage in, and I would dodge that pink whatever that is that's coming at me. What I would do with that is kind of back off a little bit, have more space. I don't know, for whatever reason, if I have like a running start, I dodge better. That's just me though. When it comes to this part, I like to have that little running start. And then he seems to be mixing it up here. He's shooting out orbs. He's going in for hits so you can parry. It's all a mixed bag right here. Everything that you just learned is being put to the test. So once you get his damage, or maybe it's his shield actually, the blue bar of his health, once you get that down, you go into this 1v1 action where it's up close and personal. And for this phase, it's all about parrying. It's really reliant on that. You got to get those down, because that's really all he's going to do, is he's going to attack you, and you're going to get that visual and audio cue, and you have to parry. That's the only way to really get through this phase. Once you get to the next phase, he's going to still try and attack you a little bit more. You can parry at this point, but if you forget, or you're just not expecting it and you panic, you could dodge as well. I know I did that a few times, especially in my first attempts against this guy. That's something I would do, because I just prefer to dodge, especially when I'm not comfortable with parrying, or I don't trust that I'm going to be that good with it. You can definitely do that as well, and then just wait for an opening and then you can attack. Also during this fight, he will do this thing where the ground will turn red and everything that is red will get hit. So you want to get to the part of the area that is not red. I like to call it the piece of the pie. It's just something that I kind of came up with. Piece of pizza, whatever, however you want to think of it. That's the part you have to get to, the one that's cut out. And that's how you avoid his attacks. And of course, once you get his shields down, you get down to the red health bar, you get back into that 1v1, and he's starting to mix it up more. He's going to have the red on the ground. You got to avoid that. Counter, hit him. You can use your charge attack. You can just do whatever you want there. Just avoid that red part. And that part for me was really easy. I'm going through this really fast because this was a fast fight. This, of course, is not my first attempt. Trust me, it's not. I'm not this good right off the bat. It took some learning. It took some practice. And yeah, that way I can put together a good showing for you guys in this tutorial. But you can see he's mixing things up. He's doing his little Donatello move now. It's kind of like a boomerang thing, so think of it that way. It's going to come back to him. So it's easier to avoid if you think about it like that. Just think about where it's going. Logically, where is that going to go? and you can avoid it. Of course, you got the piece of pie going around that you got to avoid again. And it's just all about that. It's just mixing everything up and testing your reflexes, testing your decision making. And it's just going so fast that when it's your first attempts, it's probably going to feel overwhelming. But the more you play, the more you try, and the more you get into a rhythm, it becomes just second nature. You guys are going to get this. I don't know what else I could really say about it. It's just really all about testing what you just learned. And if you can get that parrying down, you can get your timing down, and your decision making is on point, and you're just reacting to what's going on. Once you see the red on the ground, avoid that, dodge that, get to safety. And then once he's done doing what he's going to do, you counter and put some hits in. And it's all about just getting that damage down, of course, and getting to the next phase. I want to go ahead and mention the health and lives. You can see in the top right corner, he has 2 left. I have 3. And I think it stays that way because I was beasting. But he, every time you beat him in a phase, you take one of his lives. If you have died, it will give you that life back. So if you had 2 lives, you're going to go back to 3, and you will get all your health back as well. So same goes for him. If he beats you, he gets his health back. He won't get a phase back. He won't get a life back, but he will get his health back, and it restarts the phase. Here we are with the last phase, and this phase was pretty crazy the first time I went through it. I was overwhelmed. I didn't know what to do. I was getting hit by a lot of stuff. Really, all you got to do is shoot straight forward, and you're gonna dodge through the pink. And what you want to do, and this is highly recommended, is keep shooting. Even though you see the pink coming, keep shooting a little bit more to the orbs in front of it, because when you dodge through, of course, you're going to go beyond the pink, and you don't want to get hit by those orbs. So you want to take them out first, then dodge through. And then once the orange orbs come, you want to wait a little bit, because the longer it takes to get to you, the slimmer it becomes, and you can dodge through easier. I was trying to dodge through fast as I can, and that was wrong. That was the bad thing to do. Wait a little bit, give it some time, let it slim down a bit, and then it's easier. And that's pretty much it, you guys. Once you shoot to him and get to him, all you have to do now is just avoid the red for as long as he's gold, because when he's gold like that, you cannot hit him. It's like his way of invincibility, I guess. And all you got to do is just wait that out. Dodge, avoid the red, wait out his goldness, and then once he's vulnerable, that's it. You just attack him and it's over. He's done. And this was a crazy tutorial boss. This is probably one of the hardest tutorial bosses I've fought in a game. Really, really challenging. But once you get the parrying down, like I said, once you get your movement down, your decision making is good, and all of that, and your reflexes are good. And once you fight him a few times, even if you go back and practice on him later, you're probably going to realize, like, man, this guy's a piece of cake. I know this guy like the back of my hand now. And so I feel like he's an awesome tutorial boss because he teaches you everything. He's a mixed bag of what you need to know and a good starter boss for this game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. Definitely let me know if it was. I like to know if I'm actually helping, and it makes me happy. So that's it, you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you in my next video. Peace.